Hello friends, welcome to Unique Designers India. Today we are going to see a designing video on a chudidar top. This chudidar is for my daughter Amirthana and it's her birthday today, and so we are going to design a chudidar for her. And this material is actually a sari material. It is a full sari and it is kind of silk sari, not original silk sari. It is a fancy silk sari, and the base color is kind of lavender or purple color, you can say. And the whole sari has only these stripes, no borders on both the sides. It's just full of stripes, and the stripes are also mixed of two colors, silver and gold. Two color combination stripes are made all over the sari, and I've taken this for her chudidar. And for this she was specifically asking for a photo printed design, so I've taken this photo print on a cloth. The shop available here in Teni, and we can print on cloths in this shop. I'll give the details about the shop in the description, and you can check with that. If you need to do any kind of printing, you can contact the person. The shop name is Vivek's Creations, and this material is actually a kind of banyan cloth, like a mixing of polyester and banyan cloth. And this kind of printing can be done only on this type of cloth, not on our blouse material. So if you need to do some printing work on your blouse, you can get this printed on this type of cloth and take it out and patch it to your material. I'm going to do that patching only now. This is actually the chudidar neck, and this is the shoulder portion, and I'm placing this photo here in this oval shaped thing, and going to do some flowers around it. For that we have to just cut out the print first, just with a normal scissor. Do the cutting on the edges of the design. So now I have kept the photo cloth in the place where I need it to be fixed, and before doing it with aari needle, or before doing the perfect attachment, I'm going to do some running stitches with normal needle so that the cloth doesn't move while doing the zigzag stitches. Generally we used to do the patchwork attachment with zigzag stitches. Before that I'm going to do some running stitches with normal needle so that the cloth doesn't move while stitching and it is easy to handle it. So let me complete the whole thing. Now I have completed attaching the cloth, the printed cloth, to the chudidar material with running stitches. And if you're going to do a traditional aari work like for a bridal blouse, you can do the zigzag stitches over this, like here. Connecting these two cloths, you can make zigzag stitches here. And now I'm not going to do some traditional work, it's going to be fancy work, so I don't have to do the zigzag stitches because I'm going to attach some flowers and leaves around the design, and those flowers and leaves will be covering this place also, that is the raw edges also will be covered with the flowers and leaves. So I'm not going to do that zigzag stitches. But if you're going to do with bead work or stone chain work, so then you have to do the zigzag stitches with gold zari and then go with the other works. And I'm going to attach three types of different flowers and some leaves around the design. I've drawn the round portions. These rounds are for flowers and these are for leaves, and I'm going to do three types of flowers, and let me show you what are the different types of flowers we are going to do. First type of flower will be with satin ribbon, and this is not a normal satin ribbon. Normal satin ribbons, the one side will be shining and the other side will be without shine, but this ribbon has both the sides are shining, and it is thicker also, and this cannot be used in normal needles, that is with the tapestry needle. You cannot insert this ribbon in a tapestry needle and do with embroidery work, but you can do some flowers with this. I'm going to try those flowers only this time. And first, for the flower making, you have to make a fold in the corner or edge of the ribbon. Just make a triangular fold like this, then again another fold inside this, and this is the center portion of the flower. Now hold the tail portion, that is this down portion is called the tail portion, and hold it with your left hand and just roll the remaining ribbon around the center of the flower. Like this, make the center portion a little thick and strong, and then fold the ribbon in a slanting position like this, in a diagonal way, not the straight way. Just fold it in a diagonal way and roll it around the center of the flower. So after making one full fold, again make the next fold like this, press it nicely, and again around the center of the flower. Now this second roll will come only up to the 3/4 of the first layer, and again then do the next roll, next fold, and again around the flower. Same like this, you have to do the whole flower. Like how big flower you want, you can do that many folds. Like this, you can keep folding and making the rolls around the flower. Now this size will be enough for me, and I'm going to hold this downside and tie it around with the thread. Normal sewing thread can be used for tying the flower. Just make 2 or 3 rounds around this and make a knot. and hold the two threads together and make stronger knots. And then you can cut the remaining ribbons, and the beautiful rose flower is ready. And you can attach this to the chudidar directly, or you can even use it in other places like handbags and your flower accessories. Anywhere you can use this kind of ribbon. This type of flower can be done with the normal ribbons also. You don't need only the strong and thick ribbon. You can even do it in normal satin ribbons. You can even also do in bigger size organza ribbons. Any type of ribbons you can do the same flower. And now let me tell you the next type of flower that I'm going to do. So we have done the first flower with a darker shade of satin ribbon and made some rose flowers. And for the second one, I have taken a small cloth from the saree itself. The blouse part of the saree is a plain cloth, and so I have taken a small circular part from it. The size of the circle will be around 1.5 inches. We are going to make some running stitches around the edges of this circle. Start from any one point and just make running stitches like this. Let the stitches be a little smaller and towards the edge of the circle. Don't bring it inside the circle. And if you want this type of flower to be a little bigger size, you can change the diameter of the flower, the circle. And I have to put the running stitches all around the edge. And after completing it, you will just shrink the cloth so that it forms a round shape. See, going to make the stitches around the edges and just now shrink the cloth. Pull the thread like this, it will get shrunk. And you can have this part of the front part, but it has a lot of threads and it is not so very neat. So I'm going to have this part as the center. And while this is just plain actually, but while attaching, you are going to do some extra work like Amirthana beads and sequins and then attach this flower. But before that, I'll make a tight stitch with a pearl bead in the center. I'm using number 4 pearl bead to make the center of this flower. Take a number 4 pearl bead and attach it to the center of this flower and make a knot on the other side. And while attaching this to the cloth, we can do some extra decorations, and so that to make the flower look neater. Make a knot on the other side. Now let me do the next type of flower. So for the next type of the flower, I have taken rickrack ribbon. We have used this ribbon in previous videos also, and today after a long time I am taking this because I need a golden color and silver color combination in the dress. For a golden color combination, I am taking this rickrack ribbon. Rickrack ribbon is nothing, just a normal lace with curves in it, and these curves can be used to make a flower, beautiful flower. To take the exact measurement, you have to count the curves. For my size of flower, I need around 10 curves like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. After this 10th curve, make a cut in the ribbon, and with this ribbon you can make a beautiful flower. I'll show you how to do that. So now we are going to attach the ribbon and make the flower. So first, for the starting, I've made a small circle here. You can see the circle, it is of 1 inch size, and you can take the needle from the downside and attach the starting end of the ribbon. For the starting, you can make 2 or 3 stitches so that it gets fixed tightly. And now have to just turn the ribbon or just make a curl around here and attach the inner side. And then again the next curve, turn it again. When you just turn the ribbon, the sides of the ribbon will get raised and give a 3D effect to our flower. So everywhere you have to make some stitches like this, just with normal needle and thread. It's very simple to make and it's very beautiful also. Now again I am making the last curve so that the first layer of the flower is finished, and hold it tightly and fix it again. Now with this we have completed the first round. For the second round, that is the inner round, again turn it around and make the stitches towards the inner side. Be sure that the stitches are tight. So now we are making the second layer, that is the second inner layer. Now after the second inner layer, actually this is a very small flower, so we are getting only 2 layers, and the third layer will be a center part of the flower which is in a coiled form. You have to take the edge of the ribbon, the ribbon, and just roll it inside this way, like we did for the satin flower. Just roll it inside, make it tight, and place it in the middle, and you will get a perfect flower like this. While attaching, take the needle from outside and pass it through all the layers of the curl. Make it tight, and again do the same on all sides of the center part. In this flower you have to just concentrate on the shape. You have to imagine how a flower will look with layers on the outside and the coiled part inside. Follow the idea and make the curls and coils. We have stitched everywhere and it's perfectly fixed. If you want, you can keep a pearl bead inside or a gold bead inside, and if you're going to do this flower on a direct blouse material, you can just do it directly and make a knot, and again you can make some flowers and branches, everything. But this time I'm going to make a patch out of this. I'm going to take this cloth, cut this cloth and make a patch from this, and then attach it to the actual chudidar material. So now let me tell you how to do the patch. This is the back side of the cloth. You can see the stitches here, and we are not going to make any chain stitch as the outline. Just like that, we are going to apply glue around the backside flower, around the stitches, and just spread the glue evenly so that it gets dried easily. And after it's completely dry, we can just cut it out and make it as a patch for the actual chudidar piece. So now the glue is completely dry and you can just start the cutting work. While cutting, just make a random cut first. Just cut out of the glue also you can cut, because to make the exact trimming you have to be very careful that the threads are not being cut. So first make the random cut and take out the flower, and you can see the stitches here, and you have to just lift the cloth like this and cut, so that the stitches are not disturbed but only the cloth is being cut. Likewise, you have to take all the extra cloth. Be careful that the thread doesn't get cut. And now the flower is completely ready as a patch. You can use this anywhere in your dresses. So now I have got some few flowers like this, these golden flowers and these satin flowers, and also a few petals, like for leaf I have made these small silver color petals. Since we have golden color and silver color lines on the saree, I am using both gold and silver and the self color also. For exact self color I didn't get the same color layer, so I am using this little darker shade of satin ribbons. So first let me attach the leaves here, these two leaves. We have already made many videos for making this petals, so I am not mentioning about the petal making in this video. Just attach them with normal needle and thread. You can use any kind of needle which is little thinner in size. Better don't use very thick needles for this. And after attaching the petals, we are going to attach the flower also. Now we have attached the two leaves here, and to cover this raw edges, we are going to use this flower like this, so that the raw edges are also covered, and the joint between the cloth and the photo cloth is also being covered. So make stitches like this, the same needle and thread. Just attach the flower around the outer layer. You're just making stitches. Same way you can attach all the flowers, like the satin flower also. I'll explain how to do the satin flower because it is different. And actually we don't have a perfect tracing paper or anything for this kind of design. Especially for ribbon work, I don't use any kind of tracing designs or tracing papers. You have to just do it randomly. Only then you will be able to bring out the perfect work. If you fix to in this round we are going to make this flower and this color, if it is going to be fixed, it will not be very beautiful and very creative. And while working, you have to change your own ideas. So after attaching this golden color flower, I am going to make the satin flower also. we'll attach it here. Just keep the this portion on the downside and take the needle from downside and in between the any two layers, and put the needle again in between the layers and take it below the cloth, so that the raw edges of the ribbon is also covered. You can stitch it around the layers. Be careful that the thread is not seen outside. At the same time, the raw edges should not also be seen. Likewise, I'll arrange all the flowers and leaves and show you the complete work. So now the whole design is complete. We have filled the We have filled the photo with flowers and leaves around it. I've used more of silver color leaves because we are going to use silver dupatta and silver pant. And you can use this type of printing work, people from Teni. And I've given the number of this shop, Vivek's Creations, in the description box. You can use it if you are in need of printing in cloth also. And today it's my daughter's birthday, Amirthana's birthday, February 23rd. I request you all to wish her good luck. Thank you all for watching. Bye.